Alright, so here we go. Just a little bit of Oladushek simulator there before I finished my snack because I've been live for 4.5 hours, getting really hungry. Medieval tourneys. Why is it called mid? Why do I keep calling it medieval tourneys? It's medieval mayhem, if I remember correctly. So let's just call them that. But the Discord is medieval tourneys. Platinum semifinal number 2. Or number 1, I don't know who played first. Somewhat classic Arabia matchup here. It's Hans versus Chinese. I've seen Oladushek play Hans more than once. Sometimes with Man-at-Arms Towers shenanigans, sometimes more kind of conventionally with the scouts into cavalry archers approach. We'll see what he does this time. But in the interest of getting through a potential of all 5 games here, let's speed it up a little bit. Pushing the deer for food boost could definitely be an indication of going scout here. Enzberg with keys. 35 seconds of idle tease time, absolutely acceptable with the Chinese. It's still letting you keep that villager lead, considering that Oladushek will need to get into the loom at some point. But you're very desperate for early food sources as Chinese, so with that in mind, a drush is often quite powerful against Chinese. We see some beginnings of walls here for Enzberg. Oladushek here with the starting scout, just gathering some intel. And Enzberg mainly focusing on getting the eco rolling here. And just now finding Oladushek's base. So there's the feudage, Oladushek with the scouts. While our Chinese friend is just preparing spear defense and maybe scouts as well. Yep, definitely scouts. Interesting, because Chinese can go up if they preserve their numbers lead of minimum idle time. We see Enzberg actually almost 2 villagers ahead here after Loom because of keeping the idle time at the minimum. Goes into the feudation with a stronger economy, cheaper technologies for Chinese all over as well, so I'm not sure if it applies to ecotechs, but anyway, it's with more population, it's easier to afford the proper eco upgrades. So the walls almost complete here. Let's see what Oladushek tries for the other side here, where it was open earlier. He's kind of been peeking about in this terrain for a little bit. So it's a big area for Chinese to wall here. And Enzberg kind of depends upon good defense here, not overextending in the scouts, although Oladushek is still playing it quite open. Adding farms going to gold, following up with the archers here to deal with enemy spearmen, and scouts right here, easy fight for Oladushek now with no spears. It's all the way over here, these guys. So it looks like a kill for Oladushek. KD is 3-0, but only 1 villager so far. Looks like another villager might be getting a beating here. Why is he on the outside of the wall? That's some bad entrepreneurship there. Finishing on the wrong side of the wall. There you are for defense. You should be on the base side. You should be close to your home, the town center. And you're just letting this guy poke at you. How could you let this spearman bully you like that? They're fighting for the hill advantage here, but eventually Oladushek is going to get that snipe with a scout anyway. I think you could just send 1 scout over here to end this guy, but the scouts have accomplished a lot here for Oladushek already here. Idle tease time at 1:29 for Enzberg now, and 9 seconds for Oladushek, so the eco lead is in Oladushek's hands now. However, missing horse. Maybe with because of the archers follow-up for the Huns. Not a disaster for the Huns, though. The Huns have the significant wood savings, not needing to build houses, so... wherever did that weak villager go? Oladushek has 2 villager kills, that's also contributing to the eco total, of course. Yeah, why didn't you kill him? Exactly. Oh, nice. Semi-nice quick bolts from Enzberg here. One villager outside. And again, idling would land with two villagers to fight the spearman, but he's weak, so Oladushek recognizes that. It's tight. Some scouts now moving forward for Enzberg, being chased by Oladushek's forces here. And it might be annoying, but it's only two scouts, so the damage potential is very limited for Enzberg here now. Basically counterattacking, moving into Oladushek's basis for offenses for the first time here. With proper blocking here, that's going to be one dead villager though, unless the spearman can have a say in it. Yeah, one villager down. 2-1 Eco KD between these two players. But now we need a response to the archers' offensive. No sign of any skirmishers yet from Enzberg. Relying on the walls to stay up here. Could house and the market wall behind here to keep the archers from entering. But I think it's just going to let them in for some reason. Not too sure what this is about. Yeah, so letting the archers in here, maybe it was unavoidable, but there was potential for rewalling here. I think now there are 8 Hans archers and a spearman forward, and Oladushek goes straight for the gold. Cast stage should be right around the corner for Oladushek here, and Enzberg getting seriously idle here. Look at the work efficiency, it's 20% higher for Oladushek. Good quick house though, that's delaying the archers from sniping more villagers here. And yeah, skirmishes are out. Oladushek doesn't really have any scouts anymore, not right now anyway. So that's good defense. Enzberg getting the range up and getting the skirmishes ready. Yeah, Oladushek pulling the rest of the forces back home here to yeah, keep producing archers and going crossbow save, maybe aiming to end it in Castle Age here with a decent lead to the Castle Age over Enzberg. You could always play Hunt's Knights, but against Chinese with access to camels, that's probably a bad idea. Cavalry archers come to mind. Maybe adding some siege forward as well, as you'll need siege potentially to lead mass skirmishers as well. But now Enzberg tries for the some counter-aggression here. Sniping a stray archers lost his sense of direction here from Oladushek's army. Yeah, the archers inside of the walls now. It's Oladushek full wall as well, not backside. Here's a bit of an opening. But front side arguably more important, especially with the not full mobility that is the case for skirmishers. Crossbow on the way, Balkan arrow of course as well. Only 4 fuel-age skirmishers and some scouts here. Hardly a threat to the soon-to-become crossbows of Oladushek. Even getting Thumbring here has the eco for that as well to boost the firing rate, and might be expecting some cavalry to enter the field at some point. Mid-ever full wall, I like that. Much more fun to play it open and aggressively. If you have to guess, how many Oladushek games have you casted by now? Are we counting team games? Alright, so probably around 10-12 team games, and with Russia F. And couple of rounds of open season. I only got around to casting 2 of them, although Oladushek maybe did to the round of 16 or 8 or so. And yeah, probably 20 plus total. You're right. We're both quite active in the community with different tournaments and stuff, so that tends to happen regularly. I like that. Always good to see familiar names. You have some idea what might happen. Elite Skirmisher is in for the Chinese Knights as well, which is fine until the Cavalry Archers can reach critical mass here. And yeah... Full upgrades on the Elite Skirmisher is a dangerous fight to take, but with the heal advantage, maybe. Eco has been much less disturbed for Oladushek as well, so you'd argue that it's less of an concern to lose units here, but now pulling the crossbows back, sending in just a few of the cavalry archers here to get some raids in on the gold, and they can outrun the skirmishers anyway, so if they try... There we go. Yeah, he got it. Probably something else to attend to here. Enzberg with the 2 remaining scouts here. They also have the upgrade now, the defense upgrades, because Enzberg is going for some knights here, so villagers alone can't fight them, but of course spearmen still can. So 5 cavalry archers and counting, no more crossbows, obviously. Huns have cheaper cavalry archers, so you want to play that mobility if you can. Enzberg dropping TCs, which is a good defensive move, both to secure resources and to have a point of refuge against the cavalry archers, maybe to get some lucky snipes if they get too close to the town centers when trying to engage. House walls to the side here as well, so no obvious point of entry unless there's a hole here. But the woodland's still rangeable. So that's some precious idle time again. Worker efficiency comparable here, but some more idle TC time for Enzberg, and they are with the same amount of town centers. These scouts still alive. But now they're just chilling, so we'll be losing them soon enough. So knights raids and skirmishers for that matter. Maybe time to add some light cav or knight or Oladushek as well. To more easily deal with skirmishers. Some nice cavalry archer snipes here for Enzberg with the elite skirmishers counterattack here. Knights raiding the gold as well. Obstructing economy a bit here, but not nearly enough. The ecos suddenly look comparable here. 52 to 49. Both players with equal eco upgrades. Well, that TC won't be completing just yet. I guess we can thank this scout for that being visible to Enzberg. So Oladushek has 2 knights out as well. Should be enough to deal with these skirmishers, although they're getting more hits in on the cavalry archers still. Bloodlines in, of course. Army useless, yes. They're not listening to your orders. They're not running away when they should. They're not using common sense, but that's... Common sense is not a thing among AoE 2 villagers and units, sadly. PC on mini woodland and stone here. Certainly important hills here, maybe castle here or castle on the hill close to home, depending. Huns aren't famous for their defensive play necessarily, though, so they'll... Oladushek will probably keep the aggression up here. Is that the 3rd stable for the Chinese or the 2nd one? I think it's the 2nd stable. Mixing in some camels as well, having noticed that Oladushek has gone into knights. But no real mass of army here. This is a little bit of everything right here. You could say that the police, of course, as well as elite skirm, camel, and knight here. Had scouts earlier. But it's going to be the cavalry archers as the main unit of choice here. Why? Yeah, Oladushek doing good work at spending the resources here, keeping resources low. 59 to 58 villagers. Is there enough wood and gold to keep all these ranges producing? There's a university, so we're gonna eventually gonna see ballistics as well. I mean, the cav archers will easily handle the camels. Camels don't have any particular pierce armor. This guy just running into certain death. They're just finding their way through here, aren't they? Scorpion, nice addition. Gonna weaken some of these skirms, and then cav archers might be able to get some hits in. But now it's Enzberg defensive here. The eco kind of off here with 1800 gold, but aside from that, good offensive here and actually matching the army numbers of Huns. So yeah, 6 ranges, 3 of them producing for now. That's some power Huns play right there, but if you're taking off gold, you can't really sustain the production. Well, now the knights and camels will struggle here because these skirmishers are just refusing to work. They're just looking at it here, watching their comrades die. That's not very friendly. Oladushek wants a castle up now. Could be to secure this gold, maybe. And then it says when in doubt, spam cav archers. Certainly makes it easier when you hunt and they're cheaper. But they would be cheaper for Koreans as well, right? So maybe I'll go Korean cav archers next time, huh? Korean cav archers into war wagons. Sound like a plan? The numbers are certainly increasing. 24 to... yeah. Yeah, when you had the numbers and you could spare, you could split them out. But if Enzberg has these theses in strategic places here, right, covering the golds and woodlands, so the woodlands aren't really exposed. Ah, this one is exposed, actually. Only camels chasing for now. The skirmishers are out of position, so this could allow Oladushek to get a good fight here. He's amassing more cav archers and going to drop a castle. It's going to be a forward castle. Oh! Yeah, I know you just joined. Wait. Wait. Wait, wait, wait. Where are you going, builders? And it's not even on the hill, man! Oh, because of that puny skirmisher, he blocked the hill. But the cav archers are on the hill. So they're gonna make use of that. This isn't really a get out of my game castle, is it? This is a I'll get out of the game castle. Good composition for Enzberg camels and elite skirmishers against cavalry archers. Oladushek needs to continue all in. Oladushek begs to differ. Looks like it. Or is this one of the ones it's the first game. Let's check the files. Yep, that was the first game. Alright, to the stats. Here we go. 121 to 70 KD for Enzberg. I guess that castle cost a lot though. 72, 76. Well, it's comparable. Then it's very equal ecos. And these spikes here as well, sometimes tipping up high for Oladushek here. Builds are high, in fact, and the APM is fun as well, 130 tops. Let's find the next game. Game 2 on Hideout. Okay. Let's see if we can, if Oladushek or Enzberg can channel their inner clown then. Okay, why I can't choose? I had some unit issues then, I guess. Alright, it's a Hideout, and Oladushek has Japanese for this one. Enzberg with the Khmer. And since it's Hideout, we're not going to see any aggression until minimum feudal age here. Japanese, that could mean Men at Arms towers. And Khmer could mean boom, so yes, Oladushek should go Men at Arms towers or some such here, some early aggression, I think. Alright, Stealthy Goose. Are we trying to hide it from Enzberg? It's working! He's looking everywhere. He's looking everywhere. Oh, it's the best. Best. Best lame ever. It's only one goose, doesn't matter too much. Oh! It's gonna find it when the camp goes up. Ah, he sees it now. He sees it now. Ban Akkal. Why would you ban me? What did I do? Feudal Age on the way for Oladushek with 21 villagers up here. Not sure what that's supposed to mean, but the barracks is up on the far side here. This is the ultimate sneak by the looks of it. But it might just work. We're gonna slow down. And looks like forward range, potentially a tower or more. And yes, Men at Arms. Men at Arms, tower, and archers. That should be very strong against a player likely planning to boom here. So the downside of being up against Khmer here is that they don't need a barracks to drop a range, so they could drop the range immediately and make skirmishers against the archers. But if Oladushek manages to break through here, the Men-at-Arms can deal with the skirmishers, no problem. And there's a head start to the tower here. It's a good chance it goes up, and if the first archer pops out as well, you could harass these villagers building the defensive tower. This is a very strong match here. Yeah, good build order, for sure. I never practiced it though, but... Force clicking here. Oladushek definitely going to get the tower up first, and could also garrison the archer for added firepower here. Yep, rip filter, no loom. No, has loom, actually. So yeah, rip Khmer boom, at least for now. Давай, давай. There you go. Nice. Keeping one archer out of the... I don't know if it's probably out of this tower's range, but it's at least preventing this woman from tearing it down completely. What? Okay. Men-at-Arms are in. Enzberg has the archers out. And that quick wall is not gonna go up in time. Oh, watch the Minotaurs. Okay, a bit slow reaction to Enzberg there. The builders are in. The red builders are here. They are in it to win it. They're going to tower drop the stone here now. And with 2 on stone, Oladushek should be able to drop another tower soon enough as well. And this tower is still garrisoned as well. He teched fletching for his archers and he teched fletching to deal more damage to Oladushek's tower. But yes, definitely value. 6 build 3 to 3 here. 1 arm still alive, is it? Which could be annoying, and now obstructing the food source, the berries as well. Enzberg might get Castle H here though. Yeah, but what's Castle H gonna give green here? It has to defend, has to have eco to use in the Castle H, and if you use Castle H, you use all of your resources for stuff that you could use for other things, so it doesn't make sense to go Castle H here, even if you could. With fleshing his archers match Oladushek's archers, right? I'm a bit surprised he isn't making skirms, but that's probably because of the tight setup for the Khmer to get the fast castle running here. Oh, Oladushek getting housed here. No wonder that with this kind of all-in play. Finally, the Minotaur is about to go down. Ooh, mind the villagers. Yeah, you think you're safe behind your palisade walls, but you have to think again. This tower should still stay up. And there's an opening here to move around and maybe contest the wood, contest the gold, contest the archers. They are in equal numbers, but Oladushek has a slight hit points advantage here. Let's see the micro here. The good micro management skill from both here. Yeah, they're gonna trade very evenly here. Wait. Oh, get it! Get it! Did he just try to garrison an archer inside the house? I love it. I like that. Well, transitions toward the cast stage looking very similar here. Just mill his deer, man. Okay, garrison in houses. I didn't know that. It's good to know for any silly community games. Not gonna mill this deer. So first one to the cast stage is Oladushek here, but admittedly with a tighter economy than Enzberg, who probably will be going up soon as well. Stable. We're going to see the mighty Japanese knights again here in the Platinum Division. Gonna kill these deer as well, or such brutality, man! Killing all the wild animals. Yeah, this is a hidden cup for hideout, so it has extra golds and extra hunt, extra heals, extra everything. Cast Lage for Oladushek, Bozo kicking in here, making some knights, and we're gonna see Siege Workshop maybe, and Enzberg with knights as well, or elephant possibly. He's It kind of looks like a counter-attack attempt for Enzberg here. Barely even knows Oladushek's location over here. Yeah, last few archers going down, no big deal there. Crossbow on the way though, but that shouldn't be an issue with knights out for Oladushek if he can get to the +2 defense here. Sneak Siege Workshop. So, Siege Workshop and crossbows. That could be dangerous when essentially all of Oladushek's army capabilities, except for the barracks, are forward. I'm gonna, of course, push the economy here. Second town center for Oladushek, going to take a military lead now with the food economy at work here. Nice knights raids as well, and there's not too much military here for Enzberg to defend. Actually making an elephant, maybe for hit points reasons, and that the eco allowed it bloodlines as well. So they're both on the pressure forward siege here. And hello, John Nash. Thanks for the raid. I hope you had a good stream. We're in the middle of game 2 of the second Platinum semi-final here of medieval tourneys, which you played in. Well, I know. So. You lost in this tourney, okay, yeah. It was rough group stage for many, I think. Oh, you lost to Dark Diamonds, well, yeah, Dark Diamonds seems very solid, so no no in losing to the finalists, that's for sure. Strong forward push. What about the siege push from Enzberg on this side? Oladushek going heavily on stone now. Maybe has he scouted the siege here? Nah, not really. Oh, don't need to scout it when it's right here firing at you. Yeah, it's it's really really messing with Oladushek's economy here. These towers. If you have a university, you could get guard tower, but there's no university yet. But I can't help but feel like Oladushek is doing more damage on Enzberg's side still. Because the field number is lower for Enzberg. He's been losing the range for production. Making knights now, not battle elephants anymore. And yeah, just 100 stone shy of a castle now for Oladushek, wherever that might go. Maybe on the 2 golds here would be a good spot to save 2 golds. No, wait. Ah, that sucks. Especially if we lose the siege. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, so I guess rip siege for logic. Without wood, you can't repair the siege even if you wanted to. Been stealing some gold here. And here comes the defensive castle on the stone on the DC's, the farm eco. Enzberg is the one in a better economic spot here. 800 something food and 200 gold. Not really producing too much here though. Yeah, this town center might actually still die. Okay, this is kind of exciting. There we go. Enzberg ETC. But Enzberg can't move much further with Castle here, but it did kill one TC, that's alright for the 3 mangonels and the crossbow mass that has been harassing the lines, which Oladushek has reclaimed here. Imperial Age dangerously close for the green player here though, so after this very messy hideout opening from Oladushek, looks like the Khmer player has stabilized into boom mode after. Good reaction for Oladushek pulling the villagers away from the woodline, not allowing Enzberg to get any easy snipes here. We'll lose one here, but that's not that big deal. No ballistics for Enzberg, but that's also no surprise given all the action that's been throughout this game so far. I guess the... Yeah, if Eco had allowed, Oladushek could make knights here and send them all the way over here, but not looking too pretty here. And Enzberg can go Imperial Age. He has much more economy rolling here now. Dennis says it really is over if Dennis says it's over. Or could you get a 1-for-2 shot here? Army number is not overwhelming yet for Enzberg. That's, yeah, two mangonels for 1. Get into red. Red say same situation as red 1,000 times, so you can call it. Yeah. Seems familiar. Production capabilities going down here slowly but steadily. Samurai! Dealing with the forward buildings. Is there a comeback potential here? See, Enzberg doesn't rush that Imperial Age, even if it doesn't need any buildings to go up. Yeah, actually, these markings mean the buildings you need to go up. Enzberg doesn't have them because his square doesn't need any. Oladushek, but then it escalated for the Khmer here. Are you finally get those crossbows? So little army. It's going full. It's going scouts now. Why are you going scouts? You have lots of gold. Food. This is just for the meme, for the domination that's currently at this player. No need to spam out scouts. Could make knights, go into cavalier, could make anything. Why are you going scouts, man? Probably just to establish domination. I have a feeling we'll all it when Imp kicks in for the Khmer though. But just a hunch. Yeah, even before Imp, actually. So that's another one for Enzberg, actually. Enzberg. So 2-0, which will bring us to Oladushek's second home map after a look at the stats here. There's a point of no army there at the moment. Actually, the Eco KD 16-9. Okay, I thought it was worse with the woodline raids. Just as many buildings raids, KD comparable, but then more army and better economy for the Khmer in the end. Technology should show comparable uptimes here, and Oladushek not able to enough in the Castle Age, so the Castle Age follow-up after the messy feud age wasn't quite enough. Nice APM for Enzberg there, up to 190 at minute 12. That was probably when the Minotaur sat in and he had to do everything at once. Retask builders, go to stone, build a range, blah blah blah. All of that stuff. We're going to game 3, second home map of Oladushek. And that seems to be a split file into 2 parts here, so let's see for game 1 first. Kawasan! Oh! Okay, a Red Bull Wololo 3 map now. So, berries in the middle, nice for Franks, of course, with the mobility they already have, and there are lakes to both sides that need to be contested as well to, yeah, boost your food eco, maybe give you a quicker castle age. All of the relic in the middle here, as are the berries, so middle control is important. It seems to also be almost the only hill in the game, except for the downhill terrain towards the lakes here. Quite a significant amount of fish, like... yeah, the 11 patches of deep fish with 225 food each, more than 2,000 food, 2,500-ish. Oladushek with the Persians, Enzberg with the Franks, both good economic, good booming civs. Persians maybe a hair better here with their docks with 20 hit points and working 10, 15, and 20% faster throughout the ages. But let's just this out and see if they go for the boring wall approach. That doesn't seem to be Oladushek's style. Could be Enzberg's. Or if they go for feudal age aggression already and contest each other's ponds. Yeah, Enzberg on point here, trying to snipe the docking villager. Will not be allowed to. Gets the high ground and... oh no! How? Okay, this is the drop, I guess. Yeah, I know. I saw those 2 files. So, game 3, part 2. Well, we're still in the Dark Age, aren't we? We'll just keep fast forwarding a bit here. Anything I have to do so it works. Just looking at the scoutings here. Green. Is investing heavily to wood, but hasn't docked. It hasn't even scouted this. Knows that Oladushek has docked, and just doesn't bother. Don't trust the builder stats. It's records from the moment I connect the game, so that could be off. So it is the walls for Enzberg here. 26, 24. Actual villager count though, 24 for Enzberg and 21 for Oladushek. Stable up for the Franks, probably for the Persians as well. Nice quick walls here to make sure that the stable goes up. Oh, stables don't complete here. So that's a significant delay for the Persian scouts investment here. Spearmen out to defend against the Frank scouts. And with the galley out, Oladushek has the opportunity to defend the water here, even if Enzberg now is investing into fire galleys to try and contest Oladushek's fish here. Actually, this galley was probably made earlier to stop the dock from even happening. Oh, but it's gonna take a while. Good thing Persian docks work faster. Oladushek is gonna get the fire galley out and, yeah, take out this one. Shouldn't be a problem. 2 docks for Oladushek though. 8 fish should give him a fantastic economy leading into the castle age if he can keep this. Enzberg is about to dock here as well, so he's going to contest both lakes. Good map awareness. But is it enough? Scout being chased away, not the largest scouts investment ever. Oladushek with scouts as well, where are they? Yeah, still in the table. There it goes. Fire galley on the way out for Enzberg here, but also for Oladushek. So as long as Oladushek gets the first hit with this one, Enzberg's will be weakened and he'll still keep his water under control. Looking at the scouting on the other side, doesn't know that Enzberg has docked here yet, so that might come as a surprise. But in the feudal age, Persian docks work 10% faster, so still gonna give you a bit of an edge. Oh, the timing, that's perfect. Gonna hit the woodlines here. Get some nice villager kills. Enzberg did kill one villager, but now he's gonna lose one as well. Oladushek just in time to get inside Enzberg's base before the full walls complete, and considers himself happy, apparently, by the 1 kill here, but also needs to gather with the rest of the scouts here to be able to contest Franks at all. But he is out HP'd here with 45 to 54. Even a second dock for Oladushek here. What's the situation over here? Yeah, he's found the enemy dock, and another dock here going to go full Persian fish boom here with an insane economy it is. Lots of scouts for both players here. 7 scouts Oladushek, 6 for the Franks, so that still gives Franks the edge. Should give Franks the edge, but they seem a bit weakened here, so maybe it's actually Oladushek's fight. He has bloodlines, of course, so Oladushek's scouts are better now, with the 65 HP to the Franks 54. Indeed it is, shows in the corner here. Easy to get to, of course, when you've already been invested in gold into naval fighting and have the massive food eco on water. 2 fire galleys now out for Enzberg. Could be hurtful for Oladushek's fish here, but let's see if any... Oh, wood seems to be a struggle here. Is it being hit in the woodlands by scouts here? No, just generally low on wood from investing into even more fish, maybe. But in the meantime, the scouts break through in the north side, and Oladushek is yet in a position to get some great raids in on the Franks behind their walls here. Yeah, gonna lose some fish here. That's hurtful to the Persians' economy. And I feel like the galleys investment, if you're gonna go for the galleys, you need fletching at least to a decent mass to deal with this. Might as well just abandon this lake at this point, I think. Because Enzberg is already investing quite a bit. Oladushek is going up. Could be that it's going to wait for War Galley and take back the lake at that point. And this one has already been lost by Enzberg, so no big questions here. Eco KD 823. +1/+1. Franks scouts with no upgrades. Castlage on the way for the Franks as well, but 1.5 minutes or so behind Oladushek here. And in the Castlage, of course, Persians could add camels to deal with the Franks. Double stable knights investment, which is looks to be the case here. Some idle worker time here for Enzberg. That's gonna hurt. Look at Castlage economy for Oladushek to drop 2 town centers right away. Isn't investing into any naval aggression here, but there's not that much fish to battle over anymore. There's 6 patches, but still 1500 food. But as controller, probably content with the situation. TC on the gold, nice addition to protect the gold here, and double stable knights. Beating the Franks to the Castlage, already having bloodlines. Persian knights are just as good as Franks knights at this point in the game. Pikemen even on the way, that's perfect. They're gonna poke away at the stables here. Hopefully patrolling so that if any knights pop out on this side, the pikes will slay them. And finding an opening in the wall there, just one knight entering for a little bit of scouting intel. And going through for mainly gathering intel on the eco situation here, I think. Hello, AOE Byzantines, thank you so much for the raid. That is much appreciated. You're dumping right into a casting session here of an ongoing tournament called ELO Mayhem. Divided into 4 brackets, ranging from 1000 to 1700 ELO. And this is the semi-final of the Platinum, second semi-final of the Platinum division, which is ranging roughly from 1500 to 1700 1v1 ELO. So, Enzberg, as you can see, is up 2-0, but it's a bet of 5. And they're playing on Redwood, Wallow 3 and Hidden Cover maps. And a custom map called Watering Hole as well. So that's a bit of a catch up there. I'll just toss in this command for an explanation on the alert and the other raid alert, and then otherwise it's just, feel free to hang around. Happy to have many people joining in here. The name of the map is Kavazan, and it's usually in Capture H it says down here, not always, but in this it does so. It's called Kavazan indeed. Getting kind of tired of these tinking noises from the pikeman, but Oladushek going heavy on the production here. He's hit his knight in the back here as well, just to probably just to be annoying and hit exposed eco. Maybe the woodland, you can run into the woodland here now that it's overchopped. And forward siege as well. This is very well played by Oladushek so far, keeping the pressure up, having an amazing economy with he's not going to care about this lake anymore. It's fine, he still has this one. And waiting to a defensive Franks castle now, but that's a lot of villager time going into building it. Not to mention the stone investment that Oladushek hasn't been, as far as I know, collecting the stone at all. So that is an economic advantage for Oladushek, that Enzberg has to go for a defensive castle here. That's also going to stop Oladushek from breaking in. Oh, it's open actually, but breaking in at a different angle and get some raids still. Franks really pushed up in the corner here and only on 1 town center still. Over hold for the castle, enter some ramps from the forward siege workshop. It might go down almost as quickly as it went up here. And Oladushek really piling up on the pressure. He needs to win this game, of course, to have a chance at taking the best of 5. This one goes into Oladushek's hands, and we'll be seeing Enzberg's first home map next. Let's just take a quick look at it. Not too huge mass of any single unit here. We did see some galleys, some fire galleys, scouts, obviously, and now the knights in the castle age from both players. Let's toggle the statistics here before moving into game number 4. So, starting scout, I guess, getting lost here for green. That's why it's all red here. Or lost the scout here, really. Let's see what we count. 42, 34 more kills for Enzberg, but Eco very much crippled by the offenses. 2k more, 2.5k more for Oladushek in the resource bank. And yeah, overall very good performance on Oladushek's home map here. Let's see if we can find game number 4. Game 4 will be on Enzberg's first home map, which will be Bay. Alright, so we have Lithuanians versus Mongols here. Both solid civs for this map. In Hidden Cup 4 we saw, and the qualifiers we saw Italians a lot as well against Mongols, but Lithuanians. Let's see Enzberg here. As you can see, he's going straight to wood. That's something you can do with Lithuanians to get your dock up earlier and fish out earlier, because Lithuanians start with plus 150 food, so you don't need to go to sheep right away. As with most other civs. So this boosts your wood eco early on, so you will have that 150 wood for a dock. Fairly soon, almost as early as the Persians will be able to drop a dock. And that's certainly going to boost your early food economy as well, and maybe grant you a nice and quick uptime. But then we have the Mongols for Oladushek. You will see all these patches of neutral hunt across the map here, something that Mongols could make use of if they have the map control. There's lots of extra stones as well, which invites man-good-eye play. And with that hunt bonus, obviously applying to the early boars, starting boars, maybe if you long-distance push the deer as well, you could have an amazing quick uptime with the Mongols and start contesting the water early. But I want to pass for the Dark Age here, though I don't necessarily always do it. Since it's the best of 5 and I've been at it for a while already. Hope I'm not missing out on anything important here, but we'll have a look at the scoutings here and see if they are getting anything done here. Okay, a bit of a scouts fight, we'll follow that. Yeah, splitting up. No win for either one. No shorefish here to be taken for either of them, so that's no problem for the villagers placing the docks, but you need to get back again if you want to place more docks eventually. Oladushek with the second dock. There's the fuel age. I'm gonna slow it down, and we'll see what kind of naval investment Oladushek will go into here. He has seen one dock from the Lithuanians. He may have seen the amount of fish. That's usually an indication of how heavily you should go into naval investment as well, because I mean, if Enzberg only plans to make 4 fish and not a second dock, there's no reason for Oladushek to make more than 1, maybe 2 fire galleys. But they're both with 2 docks, and they're both producing out of these docks. So this is going to be some extended naval fighting here between them. Oladushek, however, with the earlier uptime, is is with an advantage here to take the water fighting. He tries to micro the weak one home to get some repairs down, but still, the scout could. I think the scout could obstruct repairs here, even if it's weak. It could run in here and take the repair villager, but that would also leave the scout at risk of dying to the fire galleys. So that's probably why Oladushek chose not to. Very forward barracks here. I'm not sure what this is supposed to be. Is he going to go super aggressive with the forward scouts here? And the fun thing is that I don't think Enzberg sees this sneak at all. While Oladushek... Okay, he completes the house before the barracks. No rush there. Very even fighting on water here. Demos for Oladushek and fire galleys. Only fire galleys for Enzberg. That could be a problem when demolition rafts enter the fighting here. Demo. Ah, nice dodge by Enzberg. That could have hit more ships. Case. Spreading out the fire galleys here as well to try and take out some fishing ships. Always a good idea to try and take out the eco when there's a window of opportunity to do so. And by the looks of things here, it could be that Oladushek will give up on the naval fighting here because now the fish are being lost here. Forward range, not forward. So not forward scouts, but forward archers here. Something that Enzberg can't see. So let's see the eco KD. 1-1 for now, gonna be 2-1 for Enzberg here, and yeah, Enzberg has naval control. I think you have to say that. Oladushek still queuing fire galley, but I think he's being outmatched here on the water by the Lithuanians. So Lithuanians walling here, maybe suspecting some kind of cavalry play from the Mongols here, but in fact it's going to be the ranges, and so actually Enzberg sees this now because of the house foundation maybe. But archers don't cause a surprise regardless. Oladushek has fletching, so he already has that extra range and damage output. The food and gold disposition is comparable, but Oladushek has more farms at home, so it's adapted from what looks like losing water. Maybe made this just to force Enzberg to invest even more into water. And Lithuanian skirmishers being made as a response to this forward by Oladushek. Beauty of Lithuanians trash, they move faster, so they'll more easily catch up with archers, or if they spears pikeman line, they will also more easily catch up with cavalry units. Plus 10% faster, I think. All the outposters to get an idea of things here. Enzberg moving out with the skirmishers now. He has a demo even, just in case any Oladushek units venture too close to the shoreline here. And having this shore control opens for a transport masterpiece here as well. In the cast stage with Lithuanian Knights, maybe transport over here and get some raids in. If Oladushek is fully walled in the front side here, so. But he'll probably eventually wall the back side off. Maybe. Forward villager still at work. Forward stable now going up on Oladushek. First to the cast stage again here, like the previous game, with good margins, even after water. So water not too significant on this map aside from boosting the early economy and giving you obviously map control. Enzberg adjusting with the market here to catch up. Might have seen the score drop for Oladushek and seen the transition. So now following up to the cast stage, 24 on food, 7 gold, enough at least for one stable, consistent night production. Double stable for the Mongols here. Not joking around, you already have the range here to add some kind of response to Spearmen if needed as well. Bloodlines, essential upgrade for cavalry units, of course, and even Mongols cavalry archer if you'll be going into these, being Oladushek. These skirms must have around here because you can't really wall that terrain, so that's going to be a bit annoying for Oladushek's home economy here, but the cast stage is in and we have double stable nice production. Playing nice against Lithuanians, but why not? You're beating them to the cast stage by more than a minute. Also kicking in fairly early here. The stables, again, one thing that Enzberg has no idea about. It's all in the back here. Enzberg is confined to his own little corner. He'll see the knights now get the demolition hit in, actually. Get another one. Oh, yeah, that's 3 knights going down. 2 demolition hits there. Even taking out most of the castellator advantage of Oladushek, but not nice micro here. But from Oladushek as well to delay this... quite a bit, actually. Maybe, might even delay it more. Forcing some quick walls here. I think Bloodlines just kicked in for Enzberg as well. 2 stables versus 2 stables, but forward siege for the Mongols as well. It's all in, 1 TC push here for Oladushek, but Lithuanians also 1 TC, but 2 docks. Stronger economy for the Lithuanians here, I'd say, overall. Especially with this annoyance still going on. Yeah, it's a smart use of this area for sure. Another one. that was intentional, I think. Just limiting your losses there for Oladushek. It's true. The ram broke along here, and now the knights are entering from the north to raid here. They're closer to Enzberg's base than he'd like. And he doesn't have a scout. Very, very lacking scouting here for Enzberg, losing the initial scout very early on. Monk is out getting a conversion here, but this kind of pressure is still really putting you behind here. God, these guys, they really want to kill that house, don't they? What's inside here? Pikes? Spearmen? Husbandry coming for the knights now as well. That's going to keep up with the Lithuanians here, if they have it as well. Could be another conversion. Finding the full HP one. Always the full HP one, but will the Scorpion or the Mangonel Knight the Monk? Oh, dangerous, 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 dangerous. Yeah, that's good micro there, focusing down 2 monks with knights. That's always scary, but yeah, Oladushek made it work. And that flood of all of these forward buildings is just never going to end for Enzberg, is it? He's selling food because he still has... No, he doesn't, actually. he had through the combo, but he hasn't been with an economy allowing to seed or make fish traps in the bay. So, yeah, looking very rough for Enzberg's eco here. Could still sell food for gold and make a few more knights. But falling behind in... Well, the upgrades are comparable, actually. But investing into monks, investing into this or that. Monks best response to small numbers of knights and camels. Even a step lancer joining the party here. I love it. We're just making everything here. Full on AI army. And now, having committed to all-in one TC for a while, Oladushek is adding more economy at home, a second TC here to boost villager numbers, capitalize on the lead, and yeah, why not Step Lancer? Very good raiding unit. It's just that we don't see it in play a lot, in general. It's just subpar efficiency to the cost of the unit. Oh, that's such disrespect. That knight was sitting on top of that monk. So I'm not sure who has the better end of the deal here. Enzberg has 17 villagers, Oladushek has 3, but Oladushek now has 52 villagers while Enzberg has 40. Shows in the Eco KD here, 18 to 3 for Oladushek. How much of the military is on the water? Yeah, not much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay, 7. Still 12 to 8. Or 12 to 3, a moment ago. Enzberg risking a cut now. Yeah, and the force curves are still hitting this house. They're making progress. They're dealing 1 damage per shot, you know, so it's gonna take the yeah, about almost 200 more shots to take that one out. I wonder if Enzberg knows he can just... He's been passing through here once, so he's gonna do it again. Then it's indeed. Yes. Exactly. This looks peaceful compared to the red dots all over the place on the other side here. I'm not sure if it was the right call by Enzberg to send the knights over to the enemy side, although you're desperate to make some raids now to even out. Look at the villager count here, 62 to 35. Oladushek with TC on the gold as well, so you can't take Oladushek easily off this gold. And yeah, all things considered, the economy isn't that exposed for Oladushek here, who now has a stable at home making camels as well. And house walls on the woodland. Nice. There's still gonna be some kills for Enzberg, but not nearly enough to even out the difference here. It's almost 30 villagers lead for Oladushek here. Yeah, goodbye. You're gonna join the green forces, aren't you? Oh, he... That's a sneaky old man. He just hopped right into his town center. Yeah, fighting knights and camels with villagers. You know it's desperation time when that happens. And yeah, still selling resources here for income. Good chances that Oladushek has been doing that as well if he has a market. Yeah, of course he does. Yeah, counter-aggression has been dealt with here, come to an end. KD 78 to 72, so they're trading units here, but Enzberg has to spend so much, has to sell food for me and can't really replenish villagers as easily as Oladushek with the 2 town centers here now. 69 villagers to 29. 40 villagers lead for Oladushek, and the scores are deceivingly close, but I think it's kind of boosted by traps and army on water as well. Second TC for Enzberg could sell wood and for gold and then buy stone for a third one as well, but it's been in this 10% little corner of the map for the whole game here. That's just not sustainable on a map like this, where eventually you'll want to expand for the richness of gold and stone and everything here. Enzberg was probably expecting a slow, boomy approach by Mongols here into Mangudai or cavalry archers and whatnot, and not this kind of crazy here, like, which is reminiscent of the first Arabia game. A tolerant for Oladushek, so he will be able to convert enemy monks eventually as well. And yeah, 14 military to 12, but 7 of that is on water for Enzberg. So Oladushek definitely has the military and equal lead on land now. He's going to take out this TC. I think there are a couple of monks inside, but the army numbers are just flooding in here, and they're punishing any villager that doesn't find a spot inside the TC. 2-2. Is this the reverse sweep? 2-0 for Enzberg, now 2-2 for Oladushek. Nice. Some interesting military graphs here. Eco draft just steadily decaying for Enzberg here through the constant all-in raids of Oladushek. 8781 KD, but Enzberg not nearly as good as increasing and replenishing villager numbers. More untouched economy for Oladushek at home, and an earlier farms transition after losing water as well. Gave him some good momentum there. Exor6, thanks for the follow. 71 to 40, that would be the village count, and eventually the APM should be all over the place here, given all of that action happening. We'll have a 5th and decide game here, and the very last game I will be casting before ending the stream today. So let's have a look. I'm not going to load the autosave, but we're going to load game 5, Enzberg's second home map. So Oladushek is at a disadvantage. We have Malians versus Celts on top to finish it off. Nice. What is the ELO range on this league? This is the Platinum, ranging essentially from 1500 to 1700 ELO, roughly. So copy this to end it. Enzberg with the commonly seen Celts for this map, and Oladushek with the more slightly off medical Malians, but always a solid hybrid civilization. Hybrid map civilization anyway. Again, I'll be toggling the fast forward here until any evidence of a drush or some other feudal age, dark age, feudal age aggression here. We'll keep an eye out for docks here for the players. Malians should have an easy time docking because they have wood savings for their buildings. Easier to get any building down from Malians due to that resources saved. It is kind of dangerous to go fish here though, because you can get it rushed and and here come the racks. So both players are, Enzberg reacting, possibly planning the same thing here, I don't know, but Oladushek is first out with a drush here. They're gonna have a drush war, but Enzberg didn't collect that extra 20 gold yet, while Oladushek already has. It's a pre-mill drush for both here, essentially, matching each other's strategies here. But not having that, well, now the 10 gold has been collected, but Enzberg is behind in the collection here. I like the direct approach from the Malians as well, because it negates the fact that if they do both on men-at-arms, the Celts men-at-arms would be able to outrun the Malians, although Malians men-at-arms opening is strong because of their +1 pierce armor per age starting in the feudal age. The Drush is better to kind of negate and stop that from happening. Now just chasing the militia. No harm done yet, unless you'd consider forcing a barracks from the Celts. Damage. Some damage on the scouters. Some... Oh no, I was gonna say dodging TC fire, but that didn't happen, unfortunately, for Oladushek. I think he's still in range. Yeah. So, bit of an important rush. And most people would use the rush to wall off at home and go fast castle, but no, that's not Oladushek's style, and I liked. Bit of an eco mess up in the sheep here, but yes, we have a fish. So Oladushek currently the only player with the dock app this house. I don't know what was the idea there, just making some use of the forward villager. Enzberg gonna look for the fish now, gonna find some. So I find the dock here, I think. I mean, why are players dock in the middle? Is it because of presence in the middle area, or it's just because just to fool the enemy into thinking that you'd probably dock here or here? A bad fight for Oladushek's scout. Making more militia. Nice. Militia into militia for Oladushek with the Malians here. And for better fish, okay. Yeah, it's closer, I can see that. So that explains it more optimal resource usage. Fishing boats of Oladushek in danger now. There are some builders here to fight, but I don't think that's going to be enough. Could get the scout here at the very least, but now the stray militia here is joining in as well. 1 kill for Enzberg here. And now also to the fuel age for a naval follow-up with galleys, maybe? Maybe even fire galleys? Galleys make more sense because then you could hit some of the land area eventually as well. Nice quick holes. So they're both making more militia. I like this. Extending Dark Age, but for Enzberg this could eventually mean men-at-arms as well. If the food eco allows. Only 2 on berries and 3 on farms, so it's not the prettiest food eco ever. The fishing ship is out as well. While Oladushek has 17 on food and 5 on gold. And to be honest, a much better setup for a smoother castle here. It is a kind of a rush fast castle overall, after all, I guess. Yeah, but I think it's almost always rangeable by land units when they stay like this. So the tiles aren't broad enough. Men-at-arms is in. Oh, this is Oladushek's berry economy here is actually fighting the Men-at-arms builders here. But that's gonna mean some eco losses here. 2 villagers down. But it's basically the best option with the militia all the way on the opponent's side. I doubt we'll be seeing a Men-at-arms upgrade here, but these these could be walled in if they stay like... Oh, they can't walk through. Never mind. 1 Men-at-arm left. Oladushek down 3 villagers here. But the eco is still ahead, actually. In numbers, but that's the fish, obviously. 3 fish to 1. 24 villagers to 26. Now Town Watch to boost the vision of the structures and units here. Animal cruelty. This sportsman is doing work. Yeah, fire galleys for Enzberg. Also adding some archers, Celts archers to range any potential click walls here. Yeah, I forgot about them. I see. Well, there's always lots of stuff going on in these matches. What are we hearing? Yeah, that's where he's hitting stuff. Ooh, demo hit. Nice. Both players investing into fire galleys here, but looks like Oladushek has the upper hand here in the northern pond. He's gonna take out Enzberg's fish and salvage his own. Good Malian's play here. I was suspecting an earlier cast age for Oladushek, and that might still be possible with the current food disposition. However, Enzberg is establishing a food economy on land as well. Biscuitables, hello. How are ya? Long day. Yeah, long day for me as well. I've been casting way too much and practicing my horn and going for a run. Oh, dangerous for potential demolition ship hit here. You cast Kingfish versus Death in Fire? I don't think so. Do you stream full time? Not really. And yes. Because hasn't really been much work as a freelance musician the last year or so, but then again, as a freelance musician, I manage my own time, so if I want to spend my spare time and off weeks streaming, I do that. Yeah, I put in the hours, for sure. But that's because I largely haven't had anything better to do. Some archers forward here, harassing some economy, but we'll see. Did you cast Kingfish versus Death in Fire? I think so. Unless that was a semi-final. In which case, you haven't. But that's, I don't think the semi-final has been played yet, right? Let's see if I can find it. I think I cast it on June 15th, or when did you play it? Maybe that was the previous round. Quarterfinal. Okay. Played the 18th. Yeah, I don't remember. This guy is doing work. He killed a house here, now he's going for the next house. A bit slow pace. There's a naval fight going on here. Oladushek still with the naval advantage here in terms of numbers. He's also, again, handily ahead of Enzberg to the cast age here. With the ecos comparable. Actually, Enzberg going up with more villagers here, but Oladushek going up with wheelbarrow, which makes his farms more efficient. And the ecos essentially better. Double stables for the Malians here. You always risk running into demolition ships on these kinds of maps, of course, but I'm not opposed to the addition here with the openness of Enzberg's side here. Alright, nice archers engagement from Enzberg there. There's some action to the south as well, some archers forward here. With yeah, being cleaned up by the knights here. +1 attack only for the Malian's knights. Biscuitables, I think I casted the 19th, which is 6 days ago, so it should still be a VOD somewhere, but I did record it as well, I think, so it might hit YouTube at some point. We'll see which games I send there. I even tagged you when I went live with it, I think. But yeah, I think it's there. I see. Yeah, should still be available. 8 knights now for Oladushek out are being Enzberg currently, now adding a siege workshop on the hybrid terrain as well. Not a very safe area for fishing this in the middle of all of this army movement. Some raids up in the north here as well. With 7-5 is the Eco KD now. Now it's Oladushek has been quite back and forth this game. This either game. They don't want to take any huge chances here by the looks of it. Need to yeah. It's about a final spot here. Very good raids by Oladushek though, but he's missing lots of armor here, so he can't move too close to the garrison DCs here. That's going to mean dead knights. On the other hand, with this mass of knights running around and slaying builders, it's similar to the previous Bay game here. Oladushek is getting so good value for the raid. 27 Eco KD with 43 to 29 builders now, even being on 1 TC against 2 here, but Enzberg is either neglecting or doesn't have the food to produce out of both TCs. Forward ramps again to take out production capabilities, of course. A Celtic Knight here, I was going to say it's a converted one, but it doesn't have bloodlines, so that has to be a Celt produced one. Even using the fire galley to idle some economy here, I'm making this all in 1 TC style port of Oladushek again. Celt Knights suck. As easy as that. And Huang gets as many enemy bloodline knights as he gets his own knights anyway, so that doesn't apply. So, okay, so if you kill the stable, it's that Enzberg will need to rebuild it, and he doesn't have the wood for that. And without the stable, you can't make knights to take out siege, which means that the Malians push here will be even stronger. And this is like a reverse Huang here. Malians Huanging Celts, kind of. Down goes the stable, so that's so precious production capabilities down for Enzberg, who's replenishing here, but struggling. Also not really expanding to the alternative sides on the map here, but this isn't really a slow push either from the Malians, because you have the knights with the mobility and the upgrades. Malians is basically Celts, but with more options. Yes, they have better monks, they have cheaper wood stuff, and yeah, they can easily do the same things. They just don't have the the faster infantry, but they have stronger pierce armor infantry. Monastery just popped out in the middle of the hybrid terrain as well. Oladushek is, I was going to say he's in the middle, but not really. It's just the ranges and docks here and everything, but could take gold here. It seems rather safe with the pressure going on here. Enzberg 29 builders now really struggling to cope with the aggression here, but it's a decided game. It's probably why Enzberg is holding on here. This is certainly moving into Oladushek's hands, this decider game on Enzberg's map. Wood bonus is what makes Wangrush strong, eh? Oladushek with the reverse sweep. Wow. 3 to her. Losing Arabia, losing his first home map, and then taking 3 in a row against Enzberg. So let's have a look at the stats here. And the last cast of the day, about to conclude the stream here, but let's have a look at the stats before we end this one. Yeah, I think the Celt's faster siege is what makes the Wog Rush strong, not the Wood bonus necessarily. Or the combination, of course. You're welcome. Good luck in the final. Not sure if I can cover that live, but we'll see. It kind of coincides with Red Bull, so I think it's gonna be tough for to get viewership, as simple as that, when it's basically in the Red Bull semi-final probably. Resources comparable here actually, but Oladushek 2k more of everything in the end, not that significantly more. Exact same exploration of the map, so everything was going down in the middle and in their home bases. 45 to 43 villagers. And then the APM chart just for the fun of it in the end.